Oh! Oh, hello.
She said,
Well, good morning, everybody. Welcome in. How are we today? How was your Saturday? Hi, Fi. Hey, Marbs. I have a dishwasher. We got lots to work on today. I do. Yeah, I went to work this week, begrudgingly, but I went. And because it was stormy, rainy, we were working in some of the barns that my boss has on his property, getting them organized, cleaned out, you know, throwing shit away that he hasn't used in 12 years and that kind of thing. And he had a stove and a microwave that we pulled out of one of his rental units that he wanted to save because they still worked in case he needed them, and he wanted to put them in one of his Connex boxes. So he went to the Connex box and opened it up, and we had to make room for the stove in there, so we moved things around. And I was like, he was going through, because there's a bunch of shit in there too, you know, lots of appliances and things, and he had a portable dishwasher sitting there, and I was like, holy shit. I was like, I need one of those. He's like, do you? I was like, fuck yeah, man. I said, I've been washing dishes by hand since I moved in. Sucks. He's like, fucking back your truck up, load it. So I did, and I just got it plugged in and hooked up, and I ran an empty cycle through. Hi, babes. But ran an empty cycle through, sprayed some, you know, bleach cleaner up in there to kind of, you know, clean it because it's been sitting for a while, and fucking ran like a champ. So heading off to help Dad for a bit. All right. Say hi to Dad. So yeah, do you know how much that's gonna help my depression? Thank you for the lurk. Enjoy your day with Bibs. No, but seriously, like I've got a pretty good handle on like my dark clouds, right? And I tend to make them work for me. But one of the things I can notice is like when I have been depressed, I don't really notice it so much anymore unless it's really, really bad, because of, you know, the way I've like trained my brain to handle shit, right? But one of the things is like a cue, like to me, to go, oh, hey, guess what? You're fucking depressed right now, is all of my dishes are dirty. Like I don't do dishes and they just pile up. And then it gets to the point where I'm like, all right, depression's over or whatever, time to clean. And then I just look at the dishes and I'm like, yeah, fuck that. And I kind of just wash what I need for that moment. you know, and then they're dirty again, and I just fucking pile them back up, and then it repeats. So with the dishwasher, you know, when they're still going to pile up, right? I mean, that's just going to be a thing, but I can pile them up in the dishwasher. And even if I don't run it because I don't, you know, whatever. But when I get to that point where I'm like, it's time to clean up and this is over, let's be happy days. All I got to do is fucking hit the button. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a little easier, I think. It has been a while since I have. Don't come in here and threaten me with a good time, sir. Okay? All right? But yeah, like, you know, I mean, like everybody has
like
that little
40-something
that's it.
tattooed bearded man. That's more my jam.
But everybody has that little container or that little area in their one drawer where they have like a knife and a spoon that are like weirdly shaped or bent or, you know, whatever, and you never use them. I get to the point where I use them, and then I'm like, okay, if I'm reaching way back there to get that spoon, something's wrong. You know? Yeah, the ball, yeah. You know, that spoon you've had since you were like 12 that you stole from your parents' house when you moved out because you didn't have anything, and now it just sits there like all tarnished and gross looking and has like 4 bends in the handle because of all the times you got mad. Yeah. Yeah, if you're using that spoon, you're probably depressed. Why does the spoon look like a leaf? Quit biting it. No, but obviously we're going to be answering questions along the way. So if you have any questions, you know, add them to the queue. Do not wait. ! Ask followed by your question. But in the meantime, we do have some things to work on. One thing I want to work on is the canceling of the questions. I want to update the TTS queue system. I think it's time. We're on version 1.1. I want to go to version 1.2. And what we're going to try to do is get a cancellation for the TTS. So, for example, if you get some stupid little kid that comes in and wants to, you know, be funny with the TTS and get it on screen and then post it to the Discord. If you hit your hotkey or press the button or whatever, I want it to stop saying the message. I want it to turn the visibility on off, and I don't want it to post to Discord. So we're going to try to figure out how to make that a thing without getting too overly complicated. Seems easy on the surface, but there's a lot going on that we'll need to work out. So there may be some test messages today in the Tavern Talk thread of the Discord while we go about. But that's one thing we're going to work on. And then of course I have my reminders list of things that we need to do. So we'll do some of those if we get to that far. But that's what we're gonna try to be doing today. So yeah, gonna be hanging, time to try to get out to the fade. All right, Mars, make all that money, man. You gotta buy a second monitor, my dude. Just go out and get you a fucking high def TV for like $100. Use that as your second monitor, man. Great, easy. I'd send you mine, but I can't afford the mail. Oh, you're actually going out into the actual fade. Okay, I thought that was code for the outer net. You've been thinking of how to have a panic button? Yeah. Like for the TTS, I mean, we solved that last time, right? I don't remember what the command is now, but I need to make it a deck button in case one of my mods are not here. So we'll go look at that first, and I'll make a deck button so that I have a... Shut the fuck up. But I'm debating if when we hit that button, right, should we also ban that user, or do we just not do that and do that separately, like on a case-by-case basis? You know, should it be like an all-in-one where if I hit this button, your TTS stops and you get banned, or do we do the ban separately? I think it should be separately, right? Because there's going to be some jokey TTS stuff that comes through that you're like, oh, dude, I don't want to hear that, you know, and you know, you click it off or whatever, but you don't necessarily want to ban the person. So I think, yeah, that's probably wise. But for the TTS queue system that we're doing, I think it's a great idea, because, you know, if somebody puts a really hateful message, you know, it's going to show up on the stream. It's going to be played over TTS, which that's 601 kind, you know, whatever, right? Yeah, mistakes were made. You know, I can hit the button and cancel the TTS, but it's still going to get posted in the Discord with a link to that, you know, and I don't want that, right? So I want to be able to have like the panic button and be like, oh, this stupid child, you know, whose balls haven't even dropped yet, think they're funny, but I don't want that in my Discord. I don't really want it on my stream, you know, but if we can hit the panic button, go through. I've been one that, like, you know, I'm trusting of the community and all that. And so like I've never used the bad word filter on the TTS or anything. That's changed. I was thinking about doing like a word replacement, you know, so like what happened last week when they come in, it's like, hey, instead of saying their message, it says something like, you know, hey, bearded, I have a small peepee. My balls are still inside me, and I think I'm funny. But the problem with that is when they do like, you know, 30 of the same word, it's going to say that 30 times. So, Izzy, welcome in. Thank you for the OBS. Well, thank you for watching the tutorials, my dude. I appreciate you, and I'm glad you found them helpful. And hello to the Caribbean. Hey. Pub sub does not exist anymore. That's why it's not connecting. You need to update StreamerBot to version 2.8, where pub sub has been removed. Twitch has been working on removing the pub sub all year. They actually started in September, moving all of the pub sub features over to the event sub, and both were running simultaneously. But now that they've got everything moved over, they have completely removed the pub sub event handlers. So it has been removed from StreamerBot as of version 2.8. So just upgrade and it'll be gone. You don't have to worry about it. So the event sub and the pub sub were two different things. Event obviously is your events like raids, follows, you know, subscribers, things like that. Anything that was an event that happened in your chat. The pub sub, pub stands for public, and that was basically all of the other things that go on. So all of your messages, all of your user information, your commands, your API connections, all of that. So they basically went and said, why do we have two? We don't need two. We'll just combine them into one thing. And so that's what they did. So they got rid of the pub sub, and everything is now on the event sub handlers API. So it's all more streamlined. Your live viewer count stopped working. It shouldn't. It shouldn't. He is not there. I don't know where he is, honestly. Hey, Vicey. I don't know where he went. But yeah, if you update to 2.8, some of the internal glitches have been fixed from 2.6, and they have removed the pub sub. Everything is moved over to the event sub handler. He's not there. Yeah, I don't know where the fuck, honestly. He was like right behind me. I don't know. He'll be back. Always comes back. But no, none of the code or anything like that has been updated. It's just got moved. So no, it's just upgrade StreamerBot, man. If you open StreamerBot, it'll tell you that there's a new update available. And if it doesn't show that, here, let's just go over here. If it doesn't show that, you can come in. It should tell you up in the corner, update available, version 2.8. If it doesn't, you can come over to the 3 dots here and check for update. And then it'll check and it'll tell you your current version is 0.26 or whatever. And then it'll say latest version 0.28. You click on download and then you click on install. It'll do it all for you. You going for Security Plus? Hell yeah, dude. Yeah. Are you taking classes online, or are you just like self-studying and just going to do the exam? Where the fuck? Oh, here it is. Nope, that's not it. Where the fuck is my nail cleaner? Oh well. We'll use the toothpick. Okay. I still got a bunch of crap under my nails from work this week. Some of that shit we were doing was gross. Greasy, grimy, nasty, fucking dirty. Had to fucking do a tune-up on a riding lawnmower and change the blades and shit. Crazy. Crazy. Oy. Okay, let's see. This one we don't need right now. You haven't made any progress. Ooh. Oh, that's right. You were, yeah, that's right. I forgot you had the 2 jobs thing. See, you're only going to have you're getting rid of the second job this week. That'll free up some time. Use it wisely. Because I don't. I have horrible time management. I will tell you that. Congratulations, dude. I need a fucking job. I either need to get a job or you guys need to start donating a lot fucking more. You're on version 2.5. Yeah, you definitely need to update, my dude. Lots and lots of changes. Lots of changes. So get on 2.8. Everything will be right with the world. Sus looking unicorn. Spicy. Get your fucking money. Oh, look at you learning Japanese in Japan. That was such a fun time, dude. I enjoyed those streams so much.
So, didn't expect
Yeah.
language lessons when you got here. did you?
Ina,
No.
Ina,
Yeah, okay. Like you should do like this. Ina.
Ina,
Ina.
Look. Up. Ina.
Ina.
No.
I.
Yeah.
Oh, Ina.
Oh, you.
It's a rising. It's that rising intonation.
Yeah, I love the little what were they? Not ferrets. Fucking Christ. What did you go see? And then my favorite part though was when you went into the otters. That's right. Yeah, the otters. And that was so fun. But when you went into get that snack and those fucking two dudes were like behind you, like, what is he doing? Fucking watching your recording and shit. It was fucking great, man. I was cracking the fuck up. But thank you for the biddies, but unfortunately you're gonna get angry finger wags because you keep your fucking money. You don't spend your fucking money on me, right? Sew your fucking pocket shut. I appreciate it, but knock it off. Okay. Now, you spend money on my channel, you get angry finger wags. That's just how it fucking goes. You're just gonna have to fucking deal with it. You don't want angry finger wags? Don't fucking spend your money on me. Simple fix. Yeah. That's it. That's it. Fi, can you add a reminder to add the Zoom cam to YouTube for me, please? And in the meantime, I'll just go back over here. Vicey! Fucking keep it to yourself. Now Crixie's in on his shit too. Crixie, keep your fucking money to yourself. I appreciate the effort, but knock it the fuck off. All right, now we're done with that bullshit. When you click on update, nothing happens? What do you mean nothing happens? You said you're on version 2.5, yeah? All right. Click over here. Check for updates. And you get this little pop-up box, yes? It looks like this, yes? That's not happening. You don't get this update at all. Or this pop-up. Check underneath the bot. It shouldn't pop up underneath, but no. When you open the bot for the first time, does it pop up there? Close your bot and reopen it. It should auto check. Ravenous! Keep your money to yourself. I don't know how many times I have to fucking tell you. Did it? Okay. Okay, so here's what you're gonna do. Here's what you're gonna do. I'll show you exactly what we're gonna do, Crix. All right, so follow along. If I go too fast, tell me to stop. Go ahead and close the bot. All right. Yeah, I vaguely remember that. Okay, we're gonna go to the StreamerBot website. So you're just gonna go to streamer.bot. Got distracted by finger wags. Yeah. Everybody does. Also, you remember last week when I did the angry finger wag, but I had the fucking shooketh face on, and that's gonna be our angry finger wag gif, and it's just gonna happen. All right. Okay, so you got here. We're gonna click on the little button to download StreamerBot. You're just gonna click on this button right here, and it's gonna download 2.8.zip. Right. I'm gonna put mine on my desktop, just so we can show you. Hurry up. I don't know why I'm downloading again. I have like 19 of them. Huh. Why go? I know you're done. Be done. Okay. So you have it here. We're gonna unzip this. Extract all. Just right to the desktop is fine for now, because it doesn't matter, right? Yep. All right. So now what we're going to do here is we're going to come down to the StreamerBot exe, and you're going to open the bot one time. And when it opens, you're just going to let it open. It's not going to have anything in it. It's not going to be connected to anything. That's fine. We don't care about that. Hold on one second. Wait a minute. You said you were on 2.5, right? Okay, let's close this. We need to close it anyway. But open up your 2.5 again.
Crixie jumped ships.
Yeah, high five when you mentioned that bug. That totally reminded me. I remember where the bug came from, and I think there's a workaround that's a little bit easier than what we were about to do. Okay, let's go to the integration tab, and you should see the StreamerBot website. Click on that and make sure that you're logged in. You log into the StreamerBot website with your Discord account. If you're not logged into the StreamerBot website, make sure that you log in. You're logged in now? Okay. Click the save button at the top. Oops, wrong button. Close the bot, reopen it to reestablish that connection, and see if the update is there now. Or it gives you the option to update. I always forget that because of fucking... That was like... Yeah. You always want to be logged into the streamer bot. That's where most of your shit's gonna come from. Thank you. And now you're gonna get angry finger wags. I'll wait till your clip is done.
Can I keep on fucking out of more up on my mic?
I can never play these games. Kick his ass, Seabass. Get him. Oh, he came in like a wrecking ball. Nice. Yeah. I can't do Souls-like games. I suck so hard at them. Like, I am not good at all. I can't make it out of the tutorial zones. I don't know how to play them. I don't know how to play them. But thank you. But still, keep your money. I appreciate it. Miley? Yeah. That was the Miley boss. Miley Cyrus. Yeah. They call her Cy for short. I don't fucking know. I've tried to play like 3 or 4 different Souls-like games. Elden Ring. There was that French one, or the Italian one, whatever it was. I can't remember. I played that game. The devs gave me a key for that game. And I was excited because it looked really, really cool. Not Liza P, no. But I did so fucking bad at that game that they took my key away. No lie. They fucking revoked my key. They were like, no, you suck at this. We don't want you to play this on stream ever again. It was that the Souls-like, the French one, where like you go in and you had like the masks, the 3 different, you could have like 3 different outfits or whatever. And I was like, man, I was looking forward to it. And so I got the key and I couldn't even get past like the first like 3 people in the game. It was like the tutorial section, like showing you how to apply a mask and get your stuff. And there were like 3 dudes that you had to fight. And I spent like 4 hours on stream and I couldn't get past those 3 guys. And so I was like, well, there you go. The game looks cool. It looked beautiful. The play style was amazing, but I suck. And then I went to play it offline like 3 days later and it was gone. It had been removed from my Steam account. I can't even remember what it was called now, though. It was really, really good looking, though. Really good looking game. God, what the fuck was it called? I don't even remember. You know what? I wonder. I bet I could check. Was it Keymailer or Lurk It that I got it from? I think it was Keymailer. Here we go. Let's see. Redeemed. Oh, maybe it was Lurk It. I don't know. Oh. Nope. Wrong one. That's not what I wanted. Log out. Sorry, Alex. I didn't mean to log in under your account. That was my bad. Okay. I was gonna get a notification on her phone that I just fucking logged into her lurk account. She'd be like, what the fuck? Ended. Okay, let's see. Show all. Enotria, the last song. That's what it was called.
Oh, hi. Welcome to my schoolhouse.
Hi, Gamer Mac. How are you? Yeah, this one. This is the game. It is fucking amazing. It is really good. But let me see if I can. There we go. That's really loud. But this game, like the people that have masks, flashbang. Conan! That's really fucking loud, dude. What, Conan, what? You got Doomslade? You got Doomslade? Hell yeah. How long did that take? But no, the game is fucking beautiful, right? I mean, it is just gorgeous. The play style is really, really good. Basically, the story is like these people, you all have masks, and there's like a sect of people that aren't allowed to wear them, and you're one of those people. But the masks are your loadouts. So you can have like a different mask with a different weapon, different armor, which all have different abilities, and you can have 3 of them at a time, and you can switch between those 3 at any time, right? And I suck at Souls games. I suck at them. And it was a lot of fun, but yeah. So they gave me the key. I did it on stream. I couldn't make it past the tutorial section. And they were like, yeah, we're going to take your key away. So you found some nice, you're going to have to DM me what those settings are. Because I can't get the fucking demon to fucking hunt me and kill me within a minute. I've tried putting it on fucking super nightmare with, you know, 0 sanity and all that, but Elden Ring was my first one as well, and I didn't make it very far in that either. No. I like playing them, I'm just not good at them. At all. And it's very, very boring to watch me play them. So I'll still play them every now and then. I just do it offline. Cooley, welcome in. I don't have songs on. We're on YouTube too, so we got to be careful with what we play. But congratulations, Conan, on getting 100% in Demon Autos. That's awesome. That is amazing. I'm a little bit jealous. Because I still got a prestige again. Ugh. I think if I ever 100% Phasmo, I'll probably uninstall it and never play it again. The game bothers me. But there's a new update to Ghost X too. So I'm excited about that. We'll probably play that tonight. Check out the new stuff. Yeah. Thank you for buying your shot. Sends the screenshots. Awesome. Got him. Then you just got to load games and hope you get a demon. And go in screaming, kill me, kill me, kill me, kill me. Oh, you do have to wish for the activity? Okay. I didn't even think about using the monkey paw. Because the only way to get it is to die within a minute, right? From a demon using his ability. So he has to use his ability, not just a regular hunt and kill you. And now I'm coin. Yeah, I'd like to get the apocalypse challenge done, but gotcha. I'll give it a try sometime. I know Evie already has that achievement. It was like the first achievement Evie got because it just happened. But yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, and see, and I told myself too, I was like, when I go for the apocalypse challenge, I'm only gonna do the gold one. There's no point in trying to do it 3 fucking times. With as many times as you have to reset to get all the right, you know, objectives and all that. Just do it the fucking one time, get all 3 and be done with it. Like, there were people that, oh, I got the bronze, I'm going for silver now. I'm like, why don't you just get gold and get all 3 of them? Just do it once. Why torture yourself? Yeah, I figured that's how I would do it. So where do we start with 1.2? I don't know. I'm trying to think about it. So what I'm thinking is, let me go back over here. Okay. So what I'm thinking, we have the wrong bot open. Here it is, queue system. So the main thing happens in number 2, where this is all the queue stuff is put together. So when I hit my button, right, this is what plays. It plays the message and then sends the Discord. So before these 2 happen, or in between these 2, I need to be able to hit the key, the panic button, and then basically cancel the rest of this. But because StreamerBot is a fire and forget, that's going to be difficult. So we might have to split this up into 2 separate actions. So like we'd have TTS questions and TTS questions part 2. So like we start it, we hit the button and it'll run through, it'll get all this stuff populated. It'll show the TTS, you know, on screen and all that. And then run part 2 as an action. And part 2 would basically be the rest of it. Right? But if we hit the panic button, it'll cancel part 2, which is posting to the Discord. It'll stop the TTS. It needs to turn the visibilities off, increment the timer or the counter still, and do all of the things, but it just needs to not post it and shut everything down. So, I don't know. I don't know. Well, we're going to have another action. But that's what I'm trying to think of, how the best way to go about it. Because if everything is right with the world and the question is legit and we want it there, I just want it to run, right? But yeah, we're going to have like the panic button. If we press the panic button, it's got to stop the TTS from speaking. It's got to turn all the visibilities off, right? But it's still got to update the numbers, right? And I think what we'll do is we'll post to Discord that, you know, oh, question number 2 was a troll, it's been deleted, and then move on to question. That way we don't have to reset all of the counters and the variables for the counters every time, because that would just be bleh. But in the Discord, it would look weird to have, here's question number 1 for Saturday, May 10th. Here's question number 4. And skip the 2 that we panic buttoned on, because of my OCD. So if we do actually use that to post to Discord, just don't have a link, don't have the question, don't have the person's username, none of that. Just there's no question number 2 today. It was a troll or a test, you know, something like that. Guess who's getting a bath tomorrow? Yeah, you are. Vicey, are you still here? Puppy's back. I don't have that on YouTube yet. It's on Twitch, so I need to bring that over too. You're on camera licking your feet, just so you know. People are watching you lick your balls, or where your balls used to be. Right, so I mean, I can duplicate this, right? And we'll just name this questions. We'll do Panic. Thank you. And we'll name this to A.
Oh, hi. Welcome to my schoolhouse.
Red Ghost, welcome in. How are you? I appreciate you being here. Hey. You're on camera, dude. Use your manners. He's itchy. Because of all the rain and shit we've had, I haven't been able to give him a bath because my yard is basically a swamp right now. So every time he goes out to POTTY, he doesn't want to go touch the grass. He hates being wet. He hates his feet being wet. Like it's hard to get him to go first thing in the morning when there's still dew on the ground. But because of all the rain and shit we've had this week, it's like my yard is flooded.
Welcome to my world.
So when he does have to go bad enough, he will go out, and that's why he's all itchy. His belly's itchy, his butt's itchy, his feet are itchy. So we're getting a bath tomorrow now that everything's kind of drying up. But it would be pointless to do it earlier because you know, I just have to do it every day because he would go out and get all sticky and gross again. So kind of waited for the May stuff to be over. You did redeem, yeah. Somebody redeemed. How are you, Chaz? Welcome in. That's not a foot. It is a foot. Those are his feet. Dave did. Okay. I know somebody did. Yeah, there it is. Let's see it. You're good? I'm glad to hear it, my friend. Why is that not working on the YouTube side? Because I don't have it on the YouTube side. I don't want to... I need to fucking combine these two is what I need to fucking do. What I could do is just do this. And then I think that's there. And then I can just get rid of it from here. Wait. Yeah. This is actually not the one. Okay. So we'll do that. Oh, wait. Oh, shit. I fucked up. Because that's still running. Oh, it should be. Well, it's not going to know what to do at the end, though. Oh, well. We done fucked up, Billy. Oh, it did go off. Never mind. It finished. Okay, cool. We didn't fuck up. All right, somebody on YouTube side do the pup check. command. Just to make sure. Did I not enable it? Oh, I didn't enable it. Okay, that might be why. Enable. How about we try that again? And the light comes on automatically. There we go. And then it should go off. Light goes out. And then it should also work still on the Twitch side, the command. The redeem's always going to be there, but there we go. Then we're good. Okay. I appreciate it, Crixie. Thank you for the question earlier, and glad we got you all updated and sorted. Thank you for the lurk and the biddies, of course, too. Sorry about the ads on Twitch side, guys. We'll be back after a word from Twitch's sponsors. Let's see. All right. We got a question. Let's fucking go. First one officially of the day. Let's go ahead and answer that, shall we? Oh. How about I hit the right fucking button? There we go. Ugh. It's Control-Alt-Up, not Control-Alt-Delete.
Ches Focus asked, last week we talked about a process of backing up SB before we add a new update. Would the easiest way to do it be to just copy paste the exiting one and place it wherever you want?
Right, yeah. So, yeah, you have your existing copy wherever you have it. For example, like I have one of mine here, right? And every time it's gonna create a backup. So you'll see here we have normal backup, and these are done every time you open the bot. When you open the bot, it creates a backup of it and that current state when it opens. And those are just backup and then the date timestamp for when it was created. When you upgrade to a new version, you're going to get the ones that are the app backup, and then it'll tell you what version you're coming from. So like I did from 2.6 to 2.8. So we're currently on 2.8. So it makes a backup of version 2.6 as it stands, right? So here you can see, like I started on version 2.3, we upgraded to 2.4, we upgraded to 2.5, we upgraded to 2.6, now we're on 2.8. So if I upgrade 2.8 to, 1.0 or whatever the version is, the next one, it will have an app backup. And these are the ones that will let you back up the entire previous version, right? So if I wanted to downgrade, something went wrong. For example, when he upgraded from 2.6 to 2.7, there was a fatal flaw where you couldn't right click. And if you tried to right click on anything, it would just shut the bot down. It was just simple, like missing a comma in the code or whatever. And he fixed it real quick. So we technically went from 2.6 to 2.8. But no, you don't need to copy the entire thing, especially if you're just doing an update, right? because this is your backup. It automatically makes one inside the folder, and you don't need every single thing here. Like all of this stuff, because it's a standalone program, all of these files, the DLLs, the databases, everything that you need are the same, right? The only difference is what's in the data folder. So your actions, your backup for your authorizations, your commands, your credit cache, the first words, all of your database stuff. This is the stuff that gets backed up. This is what you actually physically change when you make an action, connect it to an account or whatever. So when you do the backups, is just basically that's all they are. That's all that information. It's all the databases and the required like data files and the JSON files that are needed for what you have, right? So when you do a backup, you're not restoring the entire bot here. You're just restoring what's in the data. So it doesn't matter the base of the program. Does that make sense? So if you want to create your own backup somewhere other than in here, you can just come in here and you can take the latest backup and move it to your desktop. You can move it to, you know, your documents folder, wherever the fuck you want to put it. That's a more permanent solution for you. That's fine. And then you can do the same thing with the latest app backup. So if you upgrade versions, so like we just did with Crixie, it was on 2.5, we got them to upgrade to 2.8, right? So that's the difference. So when it says app backup version, and then it'll give you the version number, this means right here, I went from version 2.6 to whatever version I'm on now, which is 2.8. Okay, so if I found that there was something in this version 2.8 that didn't work, I can go back to version 2.6 by restoring this backup. And this one has a little bit more information in it, right? This is like the base files and stuff, because the base files change each version. So if I want to maintain these backups, what I would do is I could have a, you know, secure folder somewhere, a thumb drive or whatever. I would put my latest backup and then all of my app backups, at least 2 versions, and I would store those somewhere. Right. App backup is your backup for that version. When you do an upgrade, that's the only time you're going to get an app backup directory, is when you upgrade. The backups are the daily backups that are created every time you open the bot. Okay. So for example, this bot here, if I open this bot, and we go look at the backup folder, I'm going to get one that was done today at 3:29 p.m., which is right here, May 10th, 3:29 p.m. So this backup was just created. Okay. And this is the bot, and it has all of my, so everything as it stands when this bot opened is what is in this backup. So if I make a change here, let's say I come in here and I delete dadjoke or whatever, right? And I'm like, oh shit, I didn't want to delete that, right? So I can close the bot and I can come in here to this current backup that happened when we made the backup, when we opened the bot, you know, a minute and a half ago. I can take all these files and put them back into the data folder. Whoop. And then when I open the bot again, it'll have my dad joke there again. It'll be all back to where it was when I opened the bot. If that makes sense. But yeah, these are already all made for you automatically, and they're already stored in the StreamerBot directory. The only thing that I do is about once a month or so, because this can get really, really full, is I'll come in, I'll sort them by date, and then I will take everything except for the 2 newest and the 2 newest app ones, and I will just delete everything else. I don't need to go back that far, right? If I make a mistake, I know it. I need to go back to a time when I didn't have that error or that mistake, or when I didn't have that action deleted or whatever. And the same thing with the logs. You can go into the logs folder and it creates a log. These are 24-hour logs. So it doesn't matter how many times you open the bot. It goes from midnight to midnight, or till 11:59, as you can see. And then it'll start on the new day. So if I open my bot now at 3:31 p.m., it's going to add to today's log, right? And if my bot is open past midnight, it's going to start a new log at 11:59. It's going to close this log and it's going to start a new one for May 11th. So if I have my bot open on that midnight changeover and something goes wrong and they're like, I need to see your log file, you're going to have to send them both because it was open before midnight and after midnight. But this log file will fill up once a day. It'll add a new one. And I don't need to go all the way back to May 2nd because I haven't had any problems. So I can come in here and I usually do the same thing, everything but the 2 newest ones. And then I'll delete them just for a little cleanup. But yeah, if you want to store your backups somewhere else, that's all you need to grab. The latest backup and the latest app backup, move them over to a thumb drive or whatever, and you're good to go. Yeah. Easy. But you don't have to. You don't have to move them because they're already here, they're already created, and they're already stored for you. Just don't delete them. Yeah. Yeah. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah. All right. What are you doing? Do you need to go potty? It did get dark out there. Is it storming again already? Shouldn't be. Why are you under the desk, dude? It's not stormy. It's fucking hot as fuck outside. It's just cloudy. Oh, next week is gonna suck. All right. All right. We're going to go take a quick BRB. I'm going to let the dog out. I'm going to refill my coffee and we'll be back. We're going to get working on this version 1.2 or whatever version we're on. I don't even fucking know. For the TTSQ system. Try to make some changes there and yeah, answer your questions. So if you have a question, exclamation point ask, get it in the queue. We'll answer them when we get back. Otherwise, we'll get working on this TTSQ system, see if we can make some changes and make it work the way we want it to. Yeah, so hang out. We'll be right back, guys. But you're the streamer. How? I don't appreciate all this pressure, okay?
Write in the book. Can you write in the book? Write in the book. Yeah?
Look at my stream. Oh my
hold on.
God.
What? Hold on.
Did anybody else get that?
What happened?
Wait, what happened? Why am I connecting to chat? Oh, okay. Overdrive. Mr. Dig got iron ore and steel ore.
Okay, later.
I just reconnected to my own chat. That's great. I love that when that happens. But thank you for the googly eyes. I appreciate that. We're gonna go into the right hole now. This is... Maybe this guy knows. Hey, buddy. Hey, pal, over here. I see... I'm gonna... Can I... Oh, fucking destroyed it. Hey, pal. Hey, buddy, pal. Oh, you want to fuck... Oh, you want to fucking try to catch me on fire? Bitch? Oh, you're not dead? Fuck off. Bitch. Alright. So Alex and Lou gave the most on that. Thank you guys for that. I'm so good at this video game, you don't even know, boy, I'm cracked. Like a motherfucking cracked. Like a sweaty crack, or whatever the kids say. Yep. Yeah, get her back into it. There you go. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh. A little bit of sus on the park. Whoa, buddy. Hey, I did it. Ugh. Yo, there's some crying up ahead.
Toasty!
What the? Are they in that rock? Oh! What the fuck was that?
You have to do it with googly eyes on.
With googly eye? Oh, fuck! Move, buddy. Move.
Oh my god, this is the best thing ever.
Where's my googly eyes?
You better stand in frame. Oh yeah.
And, this one, Conan, could be either strawberry, banana, or dead fish, or peach, or barf. Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Hopefully it's strawberry banana. Alright. Oh, good, dead fish. Fuck. That is it. You fucker. You can't keep me from fucking cheese. Well, that sounded bad. Would you want to join? It is the channel points, and it is which one is it? Scream for 666 channel points. And we have a wild Jesus. Fuck. That's a new one. Wow, that was really loud. Fleetwood Mac, good answer, Nikki. Oh, good. God. It's so pointy. I can break my tooth. The fucking thumb. I can't. Yeah, look. It's this one. Oh God. Why is D bedroom.
There's no fucking bedroom?
Yeah, that front room over by the candles.
Oh. Right.
Can I have a blowjob?
No.
Yes. Goodbye.
No, I said no. You can't.
Well, I guess then I get mine from the ghost.
You cheating.
Yo, there's some crying up ahead. Are they in that rock? Oh! What the fuck was that? We got a ramp coming. Let's see what happens. Holy crap, I went way... Where the hell did I go? Dave! Dave! What the... Where the fuck did you go? Bimini hit the corners. Oh. That's why you boosted. You...
Gonna be spiders in the attic.
In the attic, probably. Oh! Nobody saw that.
Okay, that got me.
Thank you. I never said I was smart. Okay.
You have to do it with googly eyes on.
With googly eye. Oh, fuck!
Move, buddy. Move.
Oh my god, this is the best thing ever.
Where's my googly eyes?
You better stand in frame. Oh yeah.
Holy shit, we got lucky. Okay, so now we know Ghosty's name. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ! We got a photo album we can't do anything with. Okay, no, we can't open the drawers. So now's when shit's gonna happen. Oh, fucking hell. God damn it. There's a chair. That means the thing's gone. Yeah. Okay, wasn't... Yeah, the video is right here. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Another video. Another one called What the Fuck? Why is this on its side? Where is this? Oh, hi! Fuck! Dead bitch just fell on the floor. Oh, hello. Giant head that I've never seen before. Have I been made aware of all the hints we've gotten? No, I haven't done any research into it. I haven't looked. I just decided to go kind of without... Where the fuck did that head come from? Why are you watching me? Ew. Alright, that was a new one. I haven't seen the head before. That was fun. Bitch, are you in here? I'm sorry. I'm not trying to spy on you showering, I promise. Oh, she is! Just give me the triangle number, I'll get the fuck out of here. Ma'am? Should we go say hi? This is not a good idea. Agreed. Bye, bitch. Hi. Oh. Is that fucking Momo? Hey, we're back. Did you miss me? I missed me. Anyway, all right. Hey, thanks. It's good to be back. Okay, let's see. Guess who's back? Again. Let's see. So if we do the panic, we don't need any of this shit. Plan on next week? Okay. Well, I'm just gonna disable them for now. From Twitch, what does this do? Well, that adds the target info. We don't want any of that. Right. Q answer. We need that. We need to decrement that. The Q spot, we need to do that. We don't really need the uptime, because we're not going to mess with that. The avatar doesn't need to be populated. The text question doesn't need to be populated. They're already going to be visible at this point, so we can turn the visibility on. We can disable those. Speaker bot is not going to run. And the webhook, we're going to change this to... oh wait, maybe we do need the time. Hold on. What is this? No, wait. Okay. What is my webhook saying here? Okay, we don't need this one. This one's actually just going to come from robot muted. And then his avatar, we'll put his avatar in there. All right. You get your stitches out Monday? That's great news. Progress. Okay, so we don't need any of these. The raw input is just going to be, let's say this question was either a test or a troll and has been removed. Okay, and then we don't need that. Question from time D. Maybe I do need the update, the uptime. I mean, if we have it enabled, it's just going to get it. It's not going to hurt anything if we don't use it. We need to move this down. We need to turn those visibilities off quickly. Increment, answer, delay, action, queue, pause. Okay. What we need to add the stop speak stop speaking right away. All right, let's make a button for it. We'll just call it panic. Which one am I on? This one? Yeah. Okay, we'll do it right here. We'll call this one, this is gonna be 2A. Panic at the disco. Background color. Read. Alright, text color can be white, that's fine. Icon. Let's see. What do we got? What should we have? A bell. A bell? A no bell? Work. Just copy that. There we go. Let me refresh my deck here. There it is. Okay. So now let's see. See, the problem we're going to run into is the set and forget, right? Because once this is triggered, once I hit that button, it's going to go through all of these. Hi, Malcolm. Are you scared of the dishwasher? Nerd. So we have to find the split somewhere. Come on, brain. This probably needs to be taken out of the queue. Because that queue's blocking. That way we can run it right away, but will it interrupt the other one? Let's just see. Fi, do you want to like post a really long message to give me time to do this? And just see where we're at. I'm thinking we're going to have to make like a TTS question, like a 2B, where it continues. And that would be from the webhook down. But let's just see where we're at. Okay, so we have a question. Oh, and it's a fucking troll. So I think what's going to happen is I'm going to hit the button. Once the TTS starts, I'm going to hit the panic button. If I'm correct, what should happen is that this stuff from the regular question should still get posted to Discord with your weird ass message, and it's going to post the other one, which is not what we want. So I think what I want to do and then this one be TTS questions continued. That doesn't need to be in the queue either. Okay. And then what we can do is everything here. And then we can come back here and we can, I'm not going to delete them. I'm just going to disable them. And I think because we already got the weight on. But it's still going to run. Oh, hold on. Let me check something. I want to see what variables. No, it's not. Okay, what do we have here? There's got to be something I can do to check for like an if statement. If something goes through, what is my success based on? Well, actually, we can just check. Let me see. Oh, you know what? Here we go. Let's check this out. We go to panic. If we set where'd it go? If we set the avatar to be about blank, we can check if it's about blank. And if it is, then we can just break. But we need to set that with the panic. So we'll make a set argument. Here, let's go. Let's see. Copy. Okay. So if we set this to about blank, then we come back here and we can do if statement. Logic. So if the variable is about blank, do nothing and break, else do nothing and continue. And the variable, fuck, what did I call it? User something. User pick. Then I don't have to have these disabled. Okay, Phi, ask another really long question. Good question. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to play it and I'm going to stop it and see what happens. And then we're going to play it with this user pick if statement in place and not press the panic button and see if it goes through in post as normal. But theoretically, oh, I need to get that as well, don't I? Oh, I need to get robot beardeds. Hold on. Okay. And we need to add that to the panic Discord book. Okay. Okay. So if we look at it, everything should run normal. It should speak and wait. So while speakerbot is speaking, but if I hit the panic button, it should stop speaking, set user pick to about blank, and then it should still go. Everything, our Discord webhook is there, and it should post all that. And meantime, this is going to look, and when it gets done speaking, if the user is about blank, it's going to do nothing and it should stop. And it shouldn't run the rest of these, which means we won't need this one. And if I don't press the panic button, then the user pick's not going to equal about blank. It'll equal something else, so it should continue on. Yeah, I'll do that in just a second. We were at what, 1 to 2 hours? Happy now? Got your points back? Seems logical, but is it functional? Because this shouldn't allow me to do, I don't need to do the percentages here, do I? Because that just deletes them, doesn't it? Yeah, okay. Okay, let's see what happens then. So if I go to my Tavern Talk, oh, we're already there. Okay. So what should happen in a real world is I hit the button, it brings up your avatar, the background image, it'll post your question on screen, and it'll start talking. And I'm going to hit the panic button, and it should turn all of that off, stop the TTS, and then post in the Discord that this was a test or a troll and has been deleted with no links, and it should come from Robot Bearded with his avatar. All right, here we go. Let's see what happens.
Hi-Fi420 asked what...
I'm going to wait for this one to finish running. Hi, Suli. Yeah, I saw that. But now I'm just wondering, is this going to continue to run and ever clear out? Oh, wait, it did. That's the other pending one. That hasn't run yet. This is... So it's done. Okay, so if we do it regular and I don't press the panic button, it should post your other question about the hair on your keyboard.
Hi-Fi420 asked, you are so great, there is a hair on my keyboard, one moment, almost, how is it stuck? Got it? Anyway, did the test work?
Oh, it did reset that, didn't it? Okay, so one slight problem then. Why did that happen? I mean, it should still get just like it does. Oh, because you know what? Because we already got them. Right? Okay. Okay. So if I reset that to 0, and if I do... Because we've already decremented the temp global queue spot. So we don't need to do that again. Right? We do need to increment the queue answer, and then we need to set this to paused. And then this needs to be the new queue number. So is that the only one we have to turn off? Is because we've already decremented. We haven't incremented. And we still need to get them. So that should be it, right? You want to ask 2 more questions? It should reset the counter to 1. And then that should go to 2. If you do it correctly. You use 2 exclamation points. You're super excited. Okay. So now, if I answer the question...
Hi-Fi420 asked another test question to get the count.
I don't like that. Really important, right? We don't like that, and it shuts everything down. I love that. And then if we were to look, hold on, if we were to look, the avatar mode should be... Hold on, where is it? Here it is. If I look at the avatar, oh, it's still posted as you, though. It should be about blank. Huh. But it worked. Why did it work? We should still only have 1 action in the queue. Yep. Yeah, because we still have 1 question in the queue, right? So that stayed. And all the numbers for... Oh, it didn't increment the 1. It should be question 6. Oh, because you know why? Because I didn't manually change it here. So those will... No, it's posting both of them. That's what it's doing. It's posting both of them. So it's still doing your question. Okay, so the avatar thing is not working. this. Wait a minute. I put that on the wrong one. No, I didn't. I need to get that variable again. Okay. All right. Ask another question. I need to see what it populates.
Hi-Fi420 asked, you are so great, there is a hair on my keyboard, one moment, almost, how is it stuck? Got it? Anyway, did the test work?
Okay, let's go look at that and see what populated. Should have user pick down here at the bottom somewhere. It is null. Okay, so that might not work. Okay, so what else are we doing in the panic? Because with the set argument, we're not actually setting a variable. We're just creating a temporary argument to use later. Which is why... Okay, let's see. No, it's not setting. It's not setting the we're This is latest stable. Yeah, this is 2.8. The new alpha version looks like this. A little bit different. Just a little bit. What we need to do, I need to get, okay. Hold on. Let me see. Let me. Sorry about the ads, folks. Okay, I kind of know what I did. I just need to figure out how to fix it. Okay, let's see. OBS. Sources. Set browser source URL. This is going to be... Oops. Not the visibility state. What am I doing? This one. But can I check that? I don't think I can check that on an if statement. I have to make that a variable. Okay, I want to delete these for now. I want to run this just to see what populates.
Hi 5420 asked, this is a question to test the questioning system of questioning questions, said Sally on the seashore.
All right, so we have Hi, Jeff. How are you? Welcome in. So user pick is the one. But why isn't it? Okay, hold on. Whoa, I didn't mean to save. That's okay. Panic. So if we do this, and then I set this to user pick again, and then we come back here and we do the same thing. Obvious. No. Yep. And break. Okay. All right, ask another question, Fi. I want to see if I can get your avatar to populate. What I'm going to do on the panic is I'm not going to disable it. We're going to leave it up, and it should still disappear. Give your balls a tug, you tit fucker. Okay, so if I answer it, I panic button it, your avatar should go to about blank.
Hi-Fi 420.
But it's not. Still. Okay. It's because it was already populated. Maybe we do need a delay. 2 seconds. We need to get user pick though. I don't think user pick is the right answer. It was a quick answer, but I don't think it's the right one because we're coming from 2 different sources. I'm working on a method to cancel the TTS queue system. So like if you get a troll or something like really stupid, hateful or whatever as a joke, funny, you can hit your button and it'll turn everything off. It'll stop speaking and it won't post it to the Discord. But what can we change? I mean, I could make a variable. When this runs, I could just make a variable and say, hey, you know, and instead of relying like on OBS, we could just have it all in the bot. So I could make a variable that says, you know, troll equals false. And then when we click the panic button, we can set troll to true. And then before the if statement, we can get the troll. And if it is true, then we break. Okay, let's try that. So we need to get a variable. This is going to be non-persistent. This is going to be TTS scroll. Default value false. That probably actually needs to be here. No default value.
It should say, nerd.
Nerd. If TTS scroll equals true, do nothing and break. And then we come in here, we can set.
Fee said, "What is my name?"
Your name is Nerd. Okay, variable name TTS scroll. To false. All right, Marbs, we'll be here. Have fun at work. Drive safe out there, my friend. Am I Fisher now? Yes. So don't need that. I don't need that. This needs to be set to true. What am I doing? Can't spell. All right, bye. 2 more questions, please. Okay, so the first one I want to let just go through and make sure that this new stuff we entered doesn't interfere and everything works like it's supposed to.
Hi-Fi 420 asked, this is a follow-up to the last questioning by Sally. Does this dress make me look fat?
Oh, hi.
Hi, Breezers.
Welcome to my schoolhouse.
Okay, we got the question. It showed up. Everything went away just fine. All right. So let's take a look. We should see TTS troll in here now, and it's set to false. Cool. So now if I hit the panic button, it should set TTS troll to true. And then it should run the rest of that and not post your shit to Discord. All right, let's try that.
Hi-Fi 420 asked, why do the birds sing?
No. Oh yeah, I can turn that off now. Nope, we're trying to fix something. I had that disabled to turn that off so that we could see if it was actually going to blank what we were trying to set earlier, but I forgot to disable that. Okay, so that worked. It didn't post a question. It incremented correctly. Robot Bearded said this question was either a test or a troll. And it went away. And so now if we ask a new question, everything should be just fine. Did we do it? We fucking did it? Get the fuck out of here.
Hi-Fi 420 asked, I am pre-taping these. It is Memorex. La Dida. Boom boom into my heart.
And that should be question 13. When it goes away. Oh, it's because of that 2-second delay. Ah. Let's get rid of that. See if it still works. Oh, you know why? Okay, hold on. We got to go back to panic. And we have to... copy. Oh no, because we got to set the TTS troll back to false for the next question. Shit. But I can't do it at the end of panic because if I do it here, then this will still read it as false. Fuck. I knew that. I fucking knew that. Okay, so where do we put it then? How about we do this? We do a little reset. Enable.
Hi-Fi 420 asked, why do the actions and subactions make me feel tingly down there?
I don't know. Why are you asking question? I didn't tell you to ask a question. Yeah, because it hasn't paused anything. Nerd. Wait until I tell you. What if I do this? Okay. Now that's two more questions, nerd. Man, we were so close. I forgot about the fucking reset, though. Okay. So, we'll panic the first one. And then we'll let the second one run.
Hi-Fi 420 asked having the time.
No.
Hi-Fi 420 asked 2 of hearts, 2 hearts that beat as 1.
But the panic should pause the queue. Why is there a delay at the end of this? So this is the problem we run into, right? Because of the whole set and forget, you know, thing of the bot. You can't interrupt an action that's running, which is what we're trying to do. Okay, I need to think a second. Okay, so we get a question that comes in. It runs through, it starts the speak, and it waits for the speaker to be done. If I decide I don't want this question there, I hit the panic button, it stops speaking, turns everything off on the screen, sets troll to true, post a message in Discord that the question was either a test or a troll and has been deleted. Increment, and then we pause. But the queue is still running because it then comes back here and continues on. So if we take these, oh, hold on. Sorry. Forgot about that. Okay. Not panic. I'm disabling them as I go so I don't lose track of where I am. And then if we come here and do nothing and break, else we do the reset and continue. Now we just have the reset. Do all of that stuff. And then set the troll back to false. Right? Or should this break as well? All right, 2 more questions, please. Do I still have one in the queue? I do not. Okay. Gotta reset. We're good. I need one more. No, it didn't go to 0. It reset when you asked the question, though, like it was supposed to. And this won't happen once we get, you know, everything situated. That's just because of the variables not being reset like they're supposed to. Because what happened last time was it ran the panic one, but then because we had it set to false when it got it, it still, and then it ran that one anyway. So it ran both of them, but it only did one reset, I think. But let's find out. So we will panic the first one and then let the second one go.
Hi-Fi 420 asked hi. Fi.
No. I panicked it. I shouldn't have posted the question. Wait a minute. Yeah, because as soon as we stop, hit the pan, but we stop the TTS, this is done waiting. And it moves on. So I've got to give that time for this all to run and set before it checks. As soon as I hit the button, this stops speaking, but at the exact same time, this checks. And it's still false because this second one hasn't run. What if I just move it up? Ask another question. One more, to put one more in the queue. Spectacles, testicles, wallet, and watch.
Hi-Fi 420 asked it did not.
Hi-Fi 420 asked testicles.
Why is it not pausing the
spectacles,
queue?
Watch her.
What the fuck? Yeah. It's so weird because it's not posting your question. Okay, so you come through. Yep. 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 Yes. Oh, wait. Wait, because nothing's getting populated. So we need to clear this, continue, and this needs a run action. Reset, select. Okay. That's what we do. Hi, Fisher. Spy was talking shit about you earlier. I'm just kidding. Yeah. No, I'm just kidding. I just like getting him in trouble. How was your weekend? It's going. All right. Bye. 2 more questions, please. And thank you. I'm sorry. Well, we're kind of making progress. So if I run the action, it should still bring all of this stuff in with it. If I'm just going to this action to run it, it's not bringing all that stuff in. They're getting progressively worse. I need to hurry up and figure this out. All right.
Hi-Fi asked one from the two.
No.
Hi-Fi asked
God
ha ha
damn
ha
it.
ha 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 ha.
Why are you doing that? Okay. I don't have lots of questions. They're all test questions. I'm attempting to update the queue system is what we're working on. What am I missing? Okay, so if we go backwards, it was working fine, except that it wasn't resetting. Okay. So when we had it like this, we didn't run panic, or we didn't run reset. If we ask a question, by default, well, let me turn that off again. Wait, what if I just put it in the play? Copy. What if I put it in the play question? If I put it down here. That's when I hit the button to ask the next question. So if we set TTS troll to false when I press the button, you're going to get dinner started. What's for dinner? We resume the paused queue. And that's where we run this. It gets all this shit and it's going to check. Is TTS troll true or false? If it's false, it continues on and does its thing. Oh my god. Okay, could I have been that stupid? But if we hit the panic button,
Oh! Oh, hello.
it doesn't, it stops the speaking. Sets TTS troll to true. Hi, drummer. How are you, bud? I am having a good weekend. I'm working currently on updating our TTS queue system to be troll resistant. And I hit a snag, but we might have just figured it out. So it sets it to false when we hit the panic button. But then when I hit answer TTS again, it should set it to false. Troll resistance, yeah. Surprise! All right, Fi, 2 more questions if you don't mind, bud. Hold on, hold on. We got 2. We got 2. Larry, Larry! Okay, so let's see.
Sinister_Ravenous asked, will Breaded get it?
Hi-Fi 420 asked, where's Larry?
Still not.
Anybody see Larry? Larry. Larry.
But your question's getting posted now. It's just not. I need to watch my variables. So it just didn't pause the queue, which it should have done here. Why not? Everything else ran. Now I'm lost. When I hit the ask button, or the answer button, resumes the queue, which plays the next question. Does a little beer mug animation. And we set TTS troll to false. This needs to go in the setup as well, so that when we start, it starts at false. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter because we're gonna have the question anyway. Okay. Chicken parm. Ooh, and broccoli. Hell yeah. I need more copy. Where's my logic breaking down? You're working on integrating all chatbots to accomplish post-stream workflow. Depends on what you want to happen. Excuse me. And which bots you're talking about. Wait, does panic need to be in the queue as well? That doesn't make sense though, because then it would just get pushed behind everything else that's already there. I could just write this in C# and have it done, but we avoid that. Also, I'm out of coffee, guys. Okay, fine. 2 more questions, please. Thank you. Okay, I need to watch this variable. It should turn to true when I hit the panic button. I need to figure out where it's breaking down. Because the panic button is working. I hit the button, it stops the TTS, it closes all the stuff on screen, and it does not post that question. But then it's... What if I take this delay out? Good idea. I have the delay here now. So if I should run all this and then pause the queue before that can run. Well, how long does it take for this to run? Let's see. Where's my panic here? Duration 1.6 seconds. So this delay, that was because we had a 1 second delay added in there. Okay, so 0.6 seconds should be fine. Grok is that fucking Twitter one, right? I don't know anything about that one. But give me just a second, Johnny, and we'll talk a little bit more about that. I may not know the ins and outs of it, but if I know exactly what you're trying to do, we may come up with a solution that will help you. I don't have to know the ins and outs of every program to know how to make them run. This is just bugging me at the moment. Okay, so I want to keep an eye on this when we ask the question. All right, so we're going to block the first one.
Hi-Fi 420 asked you who.
No. Went away. All right, so we're not gonna block the next one.
Hi-Fi 420 asked 2 more. You are welcome.
$20.21, that went down to 1. And then if I block the next one.
Hi-Fi 420 asked third to see if it runs too.
Our queue should be paused. We should have nothing pending. All right, do me a favor, ask one more question. Because my dumbass forgot to watch the value of the variable. Whoops.
Hi-Fi.
Now it's set to true, and then it resets back to false. Let's fucking go. Thank God. So all that whole time, it was a fucking extra delay that we had in Panic. Get the fuck out of here. So what was happening was everything was working, but it wasn't pausing the queue before the question resumed. But it was already reset back to false, so it ran the other question in the queue anyway. Oh, God, that was some bullshit. Okay. So what did we do? We added a delay. We added a 1 second delay after the speakerbot speak, because even though speakerbot's set to delay, which means it'll wait until the TTS is done reading before it goes to the next sub action, as soon as we hit the panic button, we tell it to stop speaking. And because we have it stop speaking, this goes, oh, we're done, move on. And it was getting the TTS troll here value, but even though panic had set it to true, then it went through, oops, and it said, oh, it's true, we're not going to do anything. But because of the extra delay, this was taking it 1 second and this was taking 1.6 seconds to run. And I don't think anybody's going to notice if the question is on screen for an extra second. It doesn't really matter. And then everything goes back to normal. We pause the queue. We increment our numbers correctly. All right. We did it. TTS queue system 1.2. I will get a little export code and a little bit of an explanation of what we changed, and I will upload that to the Ko-Fi for those of you that want that capability. Not today, though. I'll probably do that this week sometime. Maybe Monday or Tuesday. Okay, Johnny, let's come back to you. You said you're working on integrating all chatbots to accomplish post-stream workflow for you. We got ads coming up on the Twitch side. That's actually a good time. So here's what I want you to do, Johnny. Tell me in chat what it is you want to accomplish and what you're currently thinking, like how you should do it and what you're looking at. Because post-stream automation, that could be a lot of things, right? So let me know what you're doing with that, what you're currently working with and what you're working on and your ideas and what you want to accomplish, the big thing. I'm going to go BRB and grab coffee, and I got to check on the pup because he's being fucking weird. And we'll be back in a couple of minutes, and then we'll go from there, and I'll get you caught up on that, and we'll brainstorm some ideas for you there, John. All right? So hang tight, everybody. The big old bitch. I am going.
That was I do like sausage. I do like sausage a lot.
That was not fun.
Hell, you could have a sausage taco. I'd be down with it. I'd like meat. Give me meat.
I'll leave this up.
I want meat in my mouth. Put it in there.
Wash my hands and my ear before I put my headphones back on. So give me about 2 minutes and I will be right. Like Minecraft stuff. Here we go. Check out my butt. He does a lot of YouTube videos about his builds and stuff. Right now he's doing, where am I? What am I doing? What's going on? What's happening? Oh! I got hit by a damn bolt. I am not Indiana Jones, man.
Where are you? Can you give us a sign?
Slippery when wet.
slippery when wet.
Is that not a good sign?
That's a great.
Yeah.
I did not think you were gonna say that.
No juicy chicken. Where does the egg go? Where does the egg go? Gold book egg. Gold book egg. No, the bones don't go crack, crack, crack. No, no bone cracking. That's no. No, I got gold already. Fuck. Hi, hi, friend. Touch it. Oh, we're crouching. Can you jump?
We're crouching.
Fuck was that? I don't trust these fucking arrows for shit, man. Oh, hell no. Oh, fuck you, dude. Fuck you all. Fuck all of you and your fucking old... oh, fuck. Hi. Oh. Is that fucking Momo? It looks like Momo. It's a big old bitch. I like it when you spit on me. Yeah, baby. Oh, look at this mushroom. What is it? Oh! Oh! We went boing. Oh! Wrong button. This was a shitty one. I'm out. I'm out. That was ridiculous. There's an achievement called... Where'd it go? Lose your mind. And it says, did I just no-clip through reality? So I'm seeing if there's like a secret wall or something I can go through. That's why I'm doing this. There is a method to my madness. There's a method to my madness. I have no flashlight. Oh wait. Oh. What the shit? There's a crying baby. Why was there a crying baby? All right, we're back. Peace for being patient. I appreciate it. Also, I have some clean dishes. Hey. All right. So, you're using Notion and Zapier to create and update your databases from your streams. And I assume that that part is already automated. And Grok and ChatGPT analyze those databases and produce what they do best. Back into Notion. Okay. Then you're using another AI to create the clips that Grok will then analyze and send info on to ChatGPT, and then ChatGPT will then write a post and post it for you. Is that correct? Am I in the ballpark? That's a lot of AI. Right, yeah, right. I get that. Okay, so what section of that process is currently not automated that you want to have automated? You get no Poké Dollars. No, I completely understand. I mean, it sounds like a great system. But yeah, where's your automation breaking down currently? Like, what is it that you still have to do manually? Yes, I'm correct. I mean, it sounds impressive as hell. What problems have you run into so far in doing that? That sounds like a great idea, Ravenous. Oh, by the way, I forgot to ask how your trip went. You made it back okay? Hopefully not too sore and swollen? You don't have to answer that now. I will ask you again tonight. But yeah, get out some. Oh, all of it. Oh, I got you. Well, the main part, obviously, StreamerBot is going to be kind of like your core, right? So StreamerBot's going to have to be open, even if you're not streaming, to make sure everything gets run and updated correctly. Because, you know, if they're going to be doing the analyzing, posting back and forth. You laid around all day Tuesday? Hell yeah. That's what I'm talking about, lazy Tuesdays. But yeah, go play outside. That's awesome, Ravenous. I'm so glad that the pain was bearable through the weekend. I figured it would be done, you know, by the time you got home and everything started to relax, you would start to, you know. But I'm so glad I'm glad to hear it wasn't bad. That's awesome. AI still make mistakes and cannot read into other apps' UI. Right. Can you use if this then that instead of Zapier? The reason I asked that is because StreamerBot has the IFTT integration built in, right? And you can use that as well as the file watcher, the folder watcher, and you can have StreamerBot. Ooh, I didn't mean to smack my microphone. You can have StreamerBot watch for when, you know, one of your database files or whatever changes, and then it can send a signal to if this then that hey, this has been changed, do your thing for Grok or ChatGPT or whatever. Right. So you have your automations writing to that database, but then once that file is written to and it's made a change, you need to tell the different sources that, hey, this thing is fucking changed. You need to do your thing with it. With if this then that, you could have a recipe set up based on a trigger from StreamerBot, and that trigger can come from a file change. Does that make sense? Like we have the yeah, there you go. The file folder watcher. You can have, you know, you can add whatever your shit is, your folder, the file type, and if there's a change, that can be your trigger. So when this changes, then it'll run the sub action to update if this then that. Let me just open one here. You can update here to send a basic notification as a trigger to if this and that, working the same, you know, if this then that is similar to Zapier, right? And then you can have that trigger go, hey, Grok, this file is changed, upload and analyze your shit. Like, you know, that would be one step. And you can have as many of those file watches as you want. So when Grok is done and it updates the new database. Gotcha. Well, I know that if this and that, the free version will give you 2 for free. But I wonder if you could use that to kick off Zapier. I mean, you're adding steps and doing that, but automation is about functionality, and with so many different AIs needing to get different information at different times, that's where I think your biggest problem is going to come in. I don't know how Grok. I don't know how Grok reads or gets information. Can you automate posting to ChatGPT and to Grok to get them to do what you need them to do? I mean, I know you can do like a sub action stuff in StreamerBot for it, but that's very interesting though. You just do your stream and then end your stream, and then all of a sudden you have 5 social media posts with clips ready to go. That's pretty fucking cool. Yeah, I don't think we have Zapier yet. No. You know, do you know Terrier Darts? He's a streamer bot guy too, does a lot of stuff on stream, makes stuff. He's part of the Stream Up team as well with Andy Lippy and all them. He's on Twitch. But I know for a fact he uses Notion, and he automates a lot of shit with StreamerBot into Notion. He might be able to either help you figure that part out, or he probably already has something written up that he could just give you. He does streams on Twitch. I don't know his schedule, but he'll do, you know, come in and ask me a question, kind of like we're doing here, but, you know, about stuff that he's done. But I know he works in Notion, and he would probably be a better person to ask about that kind of stuff than me, because I know it's going to take some deeper coding, and my niche is I try to do things without the C# and all that stuff, you know. But I think for your automation, especially using StreamerBot as like the main hub, C# is probably going to be your best bet. And you can just have everything run and do your switch case statements and all that. You know, if it comes from this file change, go to Grok, send it to ChatGPT. If it comes from ChatGPT or Grok, then do this. And that would be a lot easier in the C# coding. But a lot of it's going to depend on how those databases get updated, whether it's from, you know, Notion, from your manual entry or whatever. And that's where it's going to spider out from and do its thing and then come back all completed. Yeah. And I know Notion can create that database, right? Like I don't use Notion either. I use I use Notepad++ and Visual Studio Code. I'm more of a control freak when it comes to that stuff. You've never heard of him? Let me get you a link for his Twitch page. Where are you at, Terrier? But yeah, he's part of the Stream Up team over there. Andy Lippy and I think Rondi, and there's a couple other big names. Look up Chrome. Where did you go, my dude? Of course, he's all fine. Here he is. What? What? Okay, that works. Yeah, I'll gather up. It looks like he's not streaming on Twitch anymore, or he got banned for time being. But he has his own Discord where he like has open support, so you can go and ask him all kind of questions, and he loves StreamerBot. And you'll get better answers there. So I'll send that info over to you. Yeah, for sure. He's a great guy. Great dude. Very, very helpful. I'm just not a big fan of the stream up stuff. I don't use a whole lot of it. Oh, wrong. There we go. Excuse me. All right. Yeah, keep me updated on your progress and stuff. I'd love to see it working and how you have it all connected. That's very interesting. Well, we are coming up on the 6 o'clock hour. So, if anybody has any real questions other than Phi, go ahead and get them in now. Otherwise, we'll probably get out of here. And I know exactly where we're going to go. Sweet. Well, we got 1.2 version of the TTSQ system working. Fuck, geez, that was all because of that fucking extra delay in there. It had this solved an hour ago. It's like when I was writing PHP code and I'm like 5,000 lines in and I go to test and all of a sudden it doesn't work anymore. And I'm like, what the fuck? And it's like 3 hours to find that one missing fucking comma on line 18. Son of a bitch. Cat. Did you have an actual question for today, Fi? Somewhere? Well, we're here every Saturday. And you know where the Discord is for the help questions if it comes or if you remember before then. I'm pretty not hard to find, you know. There should have been a comma in there. I'm pretty, comma, not hard to find. Maybe next week, yeah. All right. So if you're on the Twitch side, please hang out with me. We're going to say goodbye to YouTube, and then we will raid out on Twitch. So let's go ahead and do that. Shall we do that? Let's fucking do that. Oh, I need to do that over here. We're going to go see Nimble Squid over on Twitch. All right. Boys and gals, theys and thous. Thank you guys for being here. It was amazing. Great time. I'm glad we got that done. I was really wanted to do that for a long time with the new TTSQ system. I'll think of other tweaks to do along the way, of course. But for those of you on YouTube, thank you guys for being here. I do appreciate you. Thank you for watching. Thank you for the questions and coming to hang out. It's been rad. But we're going to say goodbye till next week. So if you have other questions, you can come ask us on Saturday next week or join the Discord and you can come in and we have specific help topic sections for all of your streaming related needs. And I try to be pretty quick about answering them. So yeah, do that. But we will see you next time. Until then, love, peace, and